the 20. And he will score. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just touchdown Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far. That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a silent gain.
First catch of the new season. picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career, now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out, always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game, and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence going to throw again. This is caught. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time,
touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point try now for Patterson. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Here's a screen for Robinson. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. But Charles, a look now at the Jaguars' 2022 draft class. They were the 6th franchise to pick #1 overall in back-to-back drafts. And after getting the franchise face Trevor Lawrence a year ago, They're hoping that they found the face of their defense moving forward in Trayvon Walker.
I'm going to stick with defense and come back to Trayvon Walker because, remember, they added Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, late in the first round. And in the third round, another linebacker in Chad Newman. But let's face it, this draft will be remembered for them taking Trayvon Walker, and they're looking forward to him producing as a big-time pass rusher.
And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, balls being completed, yardage is being gained. Go ahead and keep taking shots. The whole team has confidence now.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now, Wentz again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. But we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be. Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
On play action, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From down at the 12, it's first. Lawrence will throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Washington offense heading out. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And
because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Second down and a run by Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing is Wentz. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Caught by Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Patterson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wins. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On the return, here's Agnew. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's the 2nd-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he can't quite get there. Tackled. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible
touchdown. Christian Kirk from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. Nice punt work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
First down, Jacksonville.
Got it.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Able to connect with Dotson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 6. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by the...
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football. 5. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We start with a divisional matchup to start the new campaign. Indianapolis and Houston in the AFC South. And it's the Texans who are out in front. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Andy Dalton with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Odell Beckham a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half.
A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second-half lead? So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but we're starting. This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
This defense holding on to a slim 3-point lead here in the 4th. They need to hold on and hopefully yield no more than a field goal. Into the red zone. Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. the fumble recovery. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw he pushed the ball downfield. And
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. But he was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by a field goal. A little over a minute and a half remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And Dotson, he's got it. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Back to throw. Wentz. Going right back to Dotson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
To throw is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know